Hi guys, Alain Paquette here. So here's a tip for you all if you want to know if your nuts are fresh. There's just one way of really knowing if your nuts are fresh, and it's by soaking them. So what you have to do is buying all raw nuts and you soak them. So here, for example, I have soaked peanuts, all right? If the nuts are fresh, they're gonna regenerate themselves and the flesh is gonna become really white and crunchy after about 24 hours. If they're very fresh, it can take only 12 hours. But when they're, they're a bit less fresh, it takes up to 48 hours. You need to rinse this water twice a day, and after 24 hours, it should look very neat and very white, all right? You should see in the water a lot of stuff coming out of the nuts and the water getting dirty. You flush this water, you put new ones, and you have to put them in the fridge. So that's how you can tell if nuts are fresh. If they are not fresh, they're not gonna become crunchy. There are a few exceptions to this rule. For example, the cashew nut are not gonna become crunchy even if they're fresh. They're gonna become very soft, okay? And there's also other nuts like Brazil nuts that doesn't seem to be working with the soaking process and the pre-germination process. But all other nuts, okay, pistachio, pecans, peanuts, macadamia nuts, and other nuts, right? Walnuts, pine nuts, all almonds, all these nuts will become more crunchy, more fresh. They will be very easy to digest if you soak them and they're fresh. If they don't absorb the water, or if you look at the flesh and the flesh is not perfectly white, that means this nut is intoxicated by, it can be a migration of plastic through VOC in the air. It can be many other sources, like it's very old and it has been coated with some oils. Sometimes they put like sunflower oils or soy oil on the nuts to keep them longer. It can also be because this nut has been heated a little bit, during the drying process. If the nut is too heated, then the nut dies and it cannot pre-germinate. So it's extremely important to evaluate the quality of a nut. You soak it and you rinse it, you put it in the fridge, you rinse it twice a day. And after 24 hours, if it has not absorbed this water and become crunchy, that means your nut is not fresh and it's not healthy. That's the last thing you need to remember, is a nut that cannot be soaked and pre-germinated correctly is not a nut that you should eat. Okay, and you should be extremely careful about that. So if you like this video, leave me a little like, a little comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I give extremely precious information about health. See you soon.